So we got that hole made. That's the one on the driver's side. That's gonna come down right to about here. Same as the other side. All right, so we're gonna make that tube up now. I got it in the jig right there. I'm gonna cut that right now. All right, so that's that one. All right, so those two are done. Got them ready to go. Next thing I'm gonna make is, there's a piece that goes from here to the spring perch. So that's gonna be what's gonna connect this cage to the old frame setup. I mean, besides being welded to there and there, but it'd be nice to have something in there, squared off. So it's kind of boxed in. I'm gonna cut another 1 5/8" tube to fit in between there. One for each side. All right, so we're making these little side pieces for that thing. So we cut them on the notcher, and then we got to clean them up. Got to make sure they fit nice, right? Like that. And they got to be square to each other, like that. All right. Cool. All right, so that one's good. We'll do the other one. We got to just clean the inside of it out real quick so there's no burrs in it. So basically you're going to take either a round file or half a file. And they all got to be deburred, because what happens is if you don't deburr it when you're welding it, it gets like little hot spots in it. So this one just needs a little more cleaning up. And then you just always make sure the fit is good. It's got a nice tight fit. This way when it's getting welded, you don't have to fill in a big gap. Be a nice tight bead. All right, let me do the other one, and then I'll show you how those fit. Right, so we got these ready, right? These are basically gonna go in here. So you can see the fit is gonna be like right there. That's gonna go in there like that and go welded to that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna clean all this up, get all this crap off it, grind it all down nice and clean on both sides. This way, once this is set in place, once that bar is set in place against the other two at the 68, at the measurement that we got from the spring perch to the front, then these two will take up the slack in the back. So whatever they are, I mean, these are close. They're probably within a 16th or something. So once we get it where they got to go, then these will be fitted perfectly in there, and then they'll weld them in place. We'll just clean that stuff up for now. All right, got that cleaned up. Got that side cleaned up. We're almost ready to weld, man. All right, so while he's cleaning this mess up again, I'm gonna start making these sidebars for this. All right, down to here. That's gonna sit up there like that. So we're gonna see how long it's got to be, find the angle it's got to be, and start cutting those out. At least I'll get one side cut real close, because then once we weld these in, then that'll be permanent, and then I'll know for sure the other end. But at least I'll get this side, get my cut started on it. All right, so the way we figured how bars go in the side. These are going to be the side bar for the door. So we'll lay out a piece of tape where the tube's going to go. You got to make sure you got enough room. This is going to have enough room to get welded here. And then you got to leave enough room, even though it's buried in there, you got to leave enough room to be able to get the torch in there to weld that. And then take an angle finder like this, because these are two different angles. So you got one angle from that end, because that pipe comes down like that, and then this one goes a little bit back like that. So you find this angle here like that. All right, you get that.
As close as you can get it.
As close as you can get it by eye. Like that. And then you transfer this over to the notcher. And that'll be the cut that goes here. Then you need a length. And then the cut that goes there, same thing. You find the other angle from the other direction and see what cut that gets. So that's how that's going to go.
Yeah, because
right?
when people think they get in, they think this bar has got to be as high as this.
So this one's going to be about shoulder height, you know, between your shoulder and your elbow, pretty much.
And then this is the bar that you can make lower or higher depending on.
So instead of going all the way up here, it's going to be a little bit lower from here to here. And then this one's going to intersect it from here down to here like that.
Makes it easier.
And then there'll be a kidney bar here. And then another seat bar there. There's still a lot of bars that got to be cut. All the ones that are going to be cut now are pretty much all straight pieces. There's no curves or bends to them like that. They're pretty much all straight. So we're getting there. So we're going to notch these up, probably just these two, so we could start cleaning the bars. He's finishing up the other bars. And then once we tack all this stuff in place, and we know that's where it's going, then we're going to, like I said, put the floor in. We're going to drop it down, weld the tops, and then put it back up in place. And then that's it. We start welding them. Then we can start putting these in and all the other ones in, because then they'll be permanent. It ain't going to move no more. All right, so this side is going to be 1 5/8, and then 1 1/4, 1 1/4. The other side of the long one, like this door bar, is 1 1/2. So we just cut that piece. So it's going to look like this. This is what it looks like. So let me get something to point it out with. So this is your passenger side, right? This is your 1 5/8 that goes down like that, down there. It's going to get 1 1/2, and then 1 1/4, 1 1/4. The driver's side is 1 5/8, 1 1/4, 1 1/4. Okay? So we're going by the minimums because you don't want to keep making it heavier and heavier.
Nope.
Okay, you could put more, but you could, like with the dashboard, we went to 1 1/2. It only needs to be 1 1/4. Okay, well, we went 1 1/2 because we're trying to tie it into the front, you know, into the front clip. All right, so now this one's 1 1/2, same angle as the other one on the other side, right?
That piece of metal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this one, so we gotta clean up all the edges, but this one is gonna be this one. So this is gonna be here, like that.
You know, notch that side.
Same thing, high enough where we could get in and weld it, and then that's it. And then this will be here. And then you only got 1 1/4 to here and 1 1/4 to there. So this side's actually lighter, you know, as far as that goes.
Passengers always.
Smaller. So
that's why you throw everything over to that side.
one more thing we're probably gonna put in, but we have enough room to weld that anyway. But there's a roof bar that goes in here, but that's only 1 inch. So that's
Yeah, that's
That'll be able to get, we'll be able to get the welder in there and do that. So
That's-
this one's got to get polished up
that'll
now.
be this green bar right here.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's see.
All right, so that could get
Yeah,
polished.
1 inch.
And this could get polished here. And all these. So
Whoopee.
these 2, 4, 6, and all those all got to get welded in.
Oh, I
Be a welding
because
floor.
I already polished though. I gotta polish the other one
So think about all the bars that are in here already,
and all the.
plus all those. When it's done, it'll look like that. And we didn't even do the bottom yet. The bottom is. The
Yeah.
bottom's gonna look like that. So we still got to put these in, this X in, and that in, seat bar in, and then we'll probably put the kidney bar in now. This little one.
Yeah.
So probably end up putting that in now. This way it's in. It'll be...
Okay.
All right, moving right along here. Next day. So we got all the bars out. We're gonna put this measurement back together here. So we got the floor back in. We're gonna reassemble everything with the floor in. And I think this time it's gonna stay together. So we're gonna start tacking this stuff together. And then Daryl will probably be here tomorrow and start welding everything up. So now we're putting those bars in, the bottom ones in through the front. And then line up the cross member and make sure the cross member's in the right place. All final measurements right now we're doing.